Ectobot, and pretty much got him all assembled. It was a quiet Sunday afternoon, and I just basically popping parts off trees with my new sprue cutters, which I like really well. I'm going to probably get these more often once these go out. I got the other ones on order, which they look like the God Hand ones, but I'll get them probably in a month's time because I got to save up for it. They were about 30, so I did like these real well. They got the parts off really nice on the sprue. But anyway, I basically got him all assembled, and he still works, functional and everything. One thing, and I'll point this out, I don't like to paint and then assemble, because if you notice, see all the little orange everywhere? That's for getting the sprue off, getting the part off the sprue and sanding down the nubs and everything. That's just something I don't like to do. I know you can go back in and touch up, but I like to assemble the model, get all the sanding done, and then go back in and paint it anyway. But the parts do come off, so that's a plus, because I got to take the white parts back off, because if you see, there's a little seam all the way around on the legs and the arms here. So I got to pop these off, get them sanded. I probably use very little putty, if any. I'll probably just wet sand it, and that should take care of it. But anyway, I don't want to bore everyone to death on that, so that's pretty much the way it is. I didn't paint a whole lot on him. I left most of the kit color pieces on, because I do like the, why paint it when it's already that color, and you're going to weather it and everything, so it'll look like you painted it. So anyway, that's what I've done on that. They even get detailed on the soles of his feet. That's just crazy. But anyway, pretty much assembled. That's the front part of him. You get a little figure, and yes, I'm not going to put him in because, number one, I want to hide the battery in there because it fits, and that's what I want to do, and the switch, and it's just going to be easier that way for me to do that. But you do get a nice figure, though. Where is he? A little boy kid that he operates it, which I thought was pretty darn slick. But anyway, I really don't want to put a figure, because it'll take away from the motif of the Ectobot, because he Ecto 1, but in robot form. But anyway, battery's going to go in here. I got to hopefully primer that today. It is a nice day. I got a lot of stuff I need to do outside, but anyway, I'll try to get that primered up. I got to add a little more detail on the proton pack, just especially a little bit on the one here, just to spice it up just a tad. Maybe try to simulate a grip, for like your fingers, like on the real one. But anyway, and just a few other little odds and ends. But I'm pretty satisfied with that, and I'm ready to shoot some primer on it, and hopefully get to paint the light bar top too and all that. But anyway, I did add lights to the eyes. They were solid. I drilled them out, and I just shoved some LEDs in there. So everything's pretty ready to go. You see where I have to got to touch up everything. That's the only reason why I don't like to paint. Pre-paint before you assemble. But anyway, that's just me thinking out loud. But anyway, he's ready to go, and hopefully I want to try to get everything situated where I can get these sanded this week, and hopefully get him buttoned up. That's what I'd like to. But anyway, we're a little far from that, but that's where I am on Mr. Ectobot, and he'll be on a little base here, like so. And we'll probably do a street. I want to do a street one with probably with a manhole right there. I thought about doing a side of a building. I may do that. I'm going to do that on little Jihadi here, because he's standing next to a building. But anyway, that's what I thought about doing on a Ectobot. But we'll see how much. We don't want to distract from Ectobot here, because we want to keep it simple. But anyway, little Jihadi, I'm going to wait till I get just a little more farther ahead, and then I'll start that, and then I'll start with the shopping cart first and get it bent up and all that good stuff. But anyway, we'll go through that probably within a week. The new thing out now is weathering pencils, and all they are, if you've seen them on social media, all they are is watercolor pencils. And if you haven't got any, they're good for weathering. I'm not a real big fan of them. Basically, it's watered down paint. To me, what it is. But if you want to see a little bit in the Mr. Robot here, you can see the little dark sections there. All you do is take you take your pencil, and you can do it dry or you can do it wet. You do a little dry in here, get it as dark as you want for, you know, streaks and other things, and then you take your little water and where's Mr. Brush? To basically take a paintbrush, and after you you know, scribble it on what you want, you can take your brush and just go in and with water and make like streaking motions, and you can get all kinds of detail that way with or you can take the watercolor pencil and you can dip it in the water itself and do all kinds of washes and, you know, crazy stuff with that. Anyway, that's a new thing I noticed now everyone's getting. Good, you go to the craft store. Usually they mark them down. You don't have to spend high dollar on the major brands, and it's the same thing. You get different colors and it lasts you a long time. But make sure it says watercolor, not colored pencils, watercolor. But anyway, that's some new weathering sticks that I picked up today. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. Watercolor and weathering sticks. Getting ready to start the little jihadi, and Ectobot is taking shape. Oh, I did drill a hole in the back so I can fit his wires through him, but anyway, that's just not pretty, but you're not going to see the inside or the backs. But anyway, that's what I got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.